and all my crafted friends. NanaKaye here with NanaKaye Designs and the Altered Book Nook on Etsy. If you want to find our Etsy site, it is listed under the Altered Book Nook shop. And NanaKayeDesigns.com, again, is our new website that we are trying to move a lot of our product to so that we don't have all the excessive fees. So we offer a little bigger discount on NanaKaye Designs when you're purchasing our kits and products. Okay, we have been working on the digital download kit, journal page kit called Blue Tranquility. And the first project we've used with Blue Tranquility is to make a altered book instead of a journal from scratch. So we are well into the process of this. There's quite a few videos in my YouTube channel about where we are here or how to do the things we've done. It's we did not really go in a full breakdown of how to do the initial prepping of a book. I was already well into that when we decided to go ahead and do the video tutorials on this. So we're going to try to complete this. There's a few things over the weekend I've added. I had a little bit of computer problems, plus a lot of company. It was my husband's big 70th birthday. So we had a lot of company over the weekend. And so anyway, I wasn't able to get on here and video like I wanted to. So in that time that I've been sitting here, I've kind of done a little bit of prep. So I'm going to show you what I've done already and just make sure that we understand where we are. We did do a tutorial on this little hidden writing spot here. So there is a tutorial on that. And I've just gone in over the weekend and I have prepped all of my or most of them. This one's not got the ink on the edges. I have gone in and prepared most of my cards or my journal cards, and I have got my tags back. Now, well, no, I don't. Well, we can do that on video. I'm gonna back my tags, but I did get my cards back over the weekend. Some of them I decorated the corner, some of them I didn't. I've left that one square, but that's going to go in the front. So these are little things that we did over the weekend. Now, on this particular page here, this is a beautiful window page. I actually made a tuck spot, and what I did was print another page and just cut the roses out of the bottom and then lined them with the 110-pound cardstock on the back. And you've seen me do that 100 times where I took the printed page and done this. And so that little cat sitting in the window is sitting on the stack of books, sitting in the window now on this page. So we've done that. We've done a lot of stitching. I've added a lot of corners already. I've not got them on every single page. I've still got a handful, as you see here, to do, but I'll get to those. And like I say, I've stuck in a few cards here and there and the pages that we're ready to have them. And this one, I actually went ahead and made the cards and the two little bows to go there. And I didn't do these on video because doing bows, for me, it's real, well, it's just, they're kind of tedious at times. And I didn't want to spend 20 minutes doing a bow when most of you guys probably already have your own method of doing bows. But anyway, there's the two cards that are going in our diagonal pockets on this particular page. It just kind of helps give you a visual of what those pages were for. And we finished this one online, so you could actually see a video or tutorial on doing that pocket and where they come from. That's kind of important. And then I think that's all the extra that we've done, except I did do what I told you I was going to do and I finished all the little journal cards for the larger pockets on the inside of the book and added all the dingle dangles. I did finally find the dingle dangles my granddaughter had made me. I have got to clean up my supply room, but I've made cards, as you see, and put dingle dangles on all of them. So those are done now, and we don't have to do that anymore. Okay, so my larger cards are done, ready to be written on, and stuck in here with the pretty dingle dangles to make the edges of the book look so cute. And I'll hold the book up in a second, and that wants to be stubborn. Okay, there we go. And this is what the dingle dangles look like on the side of the book when they're hanging. Okay. Oh, I just can't seem to get it up there so you can see it. But that's the dingle dangles on the book. And of course, you do not have to add those. The tabs are really sufficient if that's all you want. But I kind of like things hanging off my book. And I'm probably going to hang some lace off this book before it's over with. Okay, so that's where we are. Now today, I'm going to just kind of go along again. And as if I was just sitting here just doing stuff. And I'm going to try not to bore you to death, but these are steps that I just do as I go along and get ideas as I go along. So we're going to go on and try to maybe hopefully finish this book between today and tomorrow. Now, I saw this piece of lace, and I thought, I want to lace this pocket up just a little bit, or this hidden journal spot, just to make it a little bit more frilly. So that is the first thing I'm going to do this morning, is go ahead and lay that piece of lace on that front page there. That's if I can get the lid off this paper tack. It wants to be stubborn this morning. Now, I am actually going to just do kind of a straight line here first, because my idea is that I might use this lace for a little small tuck spot. And right now, I don't think I have any really small things to go in it, but I'm thinking about maybe some extra clip art stuck in it, which is really a good idea, and I do have that. As you see, I have worked on my clip art over the weekend. And all this clip art here, every bit of this came from extra pages and all, and then now I've got a whole bunch more that we can use. That's where that clip art come from. I'll just let this dry a minute, but just hold that thought there a few seconds, and we'll keep pressing just for a second and give that fabric tack a good press, and then I'll clip off. I need to find a really good pair of scissors this morning. This one will work, I hope. And it's a little awkward cutting on my book here. Cut that excess off on that side. I have learned how to hold scissors all which ways since I've been doing this craft. Okay, now we got to get on the sides here and tack it. Tack it just up the side for now. Now I may completely press it down in a minute, but we're going to see first what it looks like as a little tuck spot. Okay. Again, this is that hidden journaling spot that we made with what would have been a belly band on another part of the book, but we put it on the edge here. Okay, press down. Now, my idea here was to take something small, like tickets or something, but like I just said, some clip art would be nice. And I don't want to overwhelm it, because you got that pretty book there, but you can come in and just stick a few pieces of clip art in it. And the purpose of doing that would be simply for me, would be to give the person that purchases this journal, and yes, it's going up for sale very shortly, as soon as I finish doing all my little frilly things that I do. But that's what I'm thinking about this spot here, that'll hold some clip art for whoever purchases the journal, to be able to take the clip art and continue doing some decorations to it. Like, to me, this is really cute. I love the little tuck spot here in the window. Kind of gives you a really, cute, when you pull it up, you see a pretty window there. But I really, and anybody has dealt with me very long knows I love butterflies. So, and guys, I am going to try to stay in camera. But like I say, my spot here is not real wide. But I think I am going to put a butterfly on this. And I don't like the color. And maybe not. I don't know. Let's think about that. I think it needs a little something, but maybe some bling or something. But I'll find it and I'll decide, and we'll go over that. So let's go on and see what else we need to do. All right, we've got both of these. I really don't think we need to do anything else to these two cards. This one has a little more intricate area cut out. You don't have to do that, but that just gives it a little extra look. This one I just rounded the corners on. Okay, so that's just going to slide in that pocket like that. This is a beautiful writing page here, and I think I showed you these little two. So let's see what's next in our book to work on. We got a really cute little blank page here. Let's see what I want to do. Do I want to do a pocket? I had an idea, and all right, so I'm telling you, I'm totally experimenting on you guys today. This is nothing that's been planned. But I was thinking earlier that I would love to do a window pocket with a little different twist, like using one of my pocket designs on it, on the front. Or I could just go with this with one of my really large tags, which I kind of like that and that. That is kind of cute. I think that's what we'll do with this one. I think we'll hold off on doing any of the recipe cards today. Of course, everybody has loved the recipe card video. So if you have missed using these old recipe cards as pockets and tucks and things, go look at that video. That's really been my most popular video, and I guess people got a lot of ideas from that. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. So let's work on what we've got to do. Okay, we've already done the pocket. I don't have to put a line on the back of this pocket simply because you're not going to see the back. And I've already kind of got a blue border on this when I printed them. I made them with blue borders. So this is in the ephemera kit with this particular, goodness, short spaces. Okay, so lay the pocket aside. We've got to prep the tag. So what are we going to use for the back? I got a spare sheet of this, which would work all right. I think that's what I'm going to use. I think I'm just going to glue the tag to this extra page here so that I get some pretty writing space on the back. Now you can leave it white. That's not a problem if that doesn't bother you and you just want to leave it white, or you can go find some lined paper and put lines on it. And that would really indicate that it was a German spot. But I am going to actually continue to use pages from the kit so that I can keep the theme the same inside this book. So I'm just going to put it in the center of this extra page that I have now and cut it out. And I am having to keep my needle in my glue right now because the humidity is so bad right now in North Carolina. Typical summer, and the day's August 1st, I believe. No, today's July 31st. So, August is our hottest month, as I think I said earlier in one of my other videos. It is not a pleasant month in North Carolina. Or at least not for me. Now, some people might love it, but August is really humid for me. And I'm not crazy about it. Okay, get my little smoother out. Anybody knows me again. This is probably my most favorite tool that I have compromised with. I use this rather than a bone folder to do my smoothing, but I like my my putty knife or my paint scraper, whatever it is. And again, I've told you guys, when you're cutting out after gluing like that, if you hold your scissors kind of at an angle like this, that helps alleviate the white area in the back, where it helps alleviate the back card from standing out towards the front. It can all continue to be trimmed, but it's just, I just get a better trim by holding my scissors kind of at an angle as I'm cutting. And again, I told you guys, when you're fussy cutting, you move the paper. That's what you move to get a good fussy cut. Except on straight lines like this, the scissors are fine to move. But when you're going around curves and angles, it is better to move the paper and let the paper help you shape the design. Okay? I'm going to be nice today, and I'm going to try to keep my scraps out of your way off your video so you can see things. All right, I see just a tiny bit of white in here, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. It's such a small amount. We're going to come in with our little bit of ink and just ink that side up. Make sure we got good solid edges here that's glue good. I just do this to try to make sure I don't need to put any more glue down to hold that back on. And it looks like there. There's a little spot. It needs just a tiny touch of glue. Again, I'm using Berry Arts glue, which is my favorite. And no, I don't get paid to say that. I don't think Berry Arts has any idea that I recommend them on my videos, but I do recommend them because that's what we're here for. As artists, we're here to try to teach other people things and save you time and effort if you would. Of course, there's other glues that are just as good. I just haven't had a chance to try them, so this is my favorite for now. All right, now, next step. When I printed a lot of my cards, when I want large ones, I just expand them. And some of my cards already had the holes punched on my templates, so I get a little too large of a hole. So my remedy for that is very simple. I have a little ring protector here, and I'm going to take the same paper that we just used, and I'm going to stick it in here and try to get a whole circle. One for the front and one for the back. Don't have to have it on the back, but that's just me. I do both. All right, so I'm going to come in first with my punch that I'm going to use. And get right in the center of that white area. Okay, so see that it wouldn't have punched it all out because I had stretched it kind of a bit. And we're going to put a little glue on the ring. I don't know. I don't know if y'all keep hearing a little clicking sound, but I have feral cats. I'm a cat rescuer. That's another one of my little side hobbies. I rescue cats. And I have rescued this beautiful black. I mean, she's solid black. We call her Spooky. She is solid black, and you can't see her, but you probably can hear her. My husband has a ladder on the roof of my shop here right now because he's working on my roof, and Spooky is now climbing the ladder up here to my right, and she's looking in the window at me. Even though I really can't hardly get my hands on her, I think she is wanting to be friends a little bit, and she is just looking at me in that window like she wants me to come out there and talk to her. She is really a beautiful black cat. I don't see many black cats that appeal to me, but Spooky is really pretty. She is it's the shiniest black fur. But she's definitely a little feral. She likes to go out there and catch mice. And right here lately, they've been chasing my squirrels, which we have rescued squirrels too. And I don't like them in my squirrel habitat. So we're having to try to retain the ferals to stay out of the squirrel habitat. We're not doing very well at it, though, I'm afraid. The squirrels are always in the tree yelling at them. And that's another cute sound that I love to hear all year long. My squirrels get in that tree and they make rackets. They just fuss at everything that comes by. All right, I'm going to try to fancy up this corner. I got 3 layers, and sometimes it's real hard to punch with this many layers, but we're going to give it our best shot, and I got a feeling it's going to beat me up, so it won't be that one. I got one more, I think, that I use. I don't think I see it. It's usually a pink one, I thought. It has that fancy corner. I don't see my pink one, which is going to upset me now. This is me, and also I have people come in and they do classes, and sometimes my stuff walks into the front area of the unit, into the classroom, and doesn't get back in here. So we're going to forget about that corner, and we'll just do something else. Let's see. I've got all kinds. It's not like we've got to go with the same thing, so I'm going to just do this one. This is another one of my punches. I'm not sure It's called let's see, I don't know what this thing's called. KW Trio. I got a bunch of these off Amazon, I'm sure. All right, so this is just kind of a little scalloped edge. It's really cute. So there we go. And these I have to be really careful with. If I don't get that point right in that little groove there, it will not print the pretty design you're trying to print or stamp it. All right, so I've kind of fancied up that corner. We'll color it just one more time. Now, to get our pocket in place and to decide, is that little narrow pocket the one we want, or do we want a little deeper pocket? And I'm thinking, since this coffee doesn't really match that side to me, that's just me, but this butterfly matches that side and this. So I'm going with this pocket here. I'm going to just kind of ink a little to kind of work out my white edges. Not that the white edges bother me so much in this book, simply because there is so much blue and white in this book. To me, this book has been one of the most calming patterns. I think that's the word I might want to use to work with. The blue and the white have just a real calming spirit to it. So now I have already put my corner down here. My pocket's laying over it, and aesthetically, I use that word a lot. I do not like what I see. I don't like the aesthetic look that I'm getting from that. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to remedy that. And it's real simple. We're going to put our pocket on just as if it doesn't worry us a bit. And really, this has got such a thin edge. I am really making my glue a little wider on those edges because the tag's not that wide anyway, so it's not going to interfere with it going into the pocket. All right, we're going to get our placement first where we want it. We want a little bit of space left at the bottom. Definitely space left on this side and this side. This is the thing again I like about gingham. I don't have to worry so much about getting straight. If I've got it straight on my page, this gingham helps me line up everything else because I follow the lines. Okay, I'm going to press it down. I like to get a really good weld on my, oh man, my goodness, Spooky is on my roof now. I don't like that. Okay, so now we've got it down, and like I said, aesthetically, I do not like that look. So my remedy for that is to come in with another corner piece, and I'm going to put it back over that. But I don't like the pattern on that one, so I'm going to, right here on video, I know y'all don't love to watch me cut, but right here really quickly, I'm going to cut out my corner. I sure hope to get this book done in a couple of days so that we can start on the cover. The covers are the fun part. My daughter's in the background. She cannot hardly wait for us to start on that cover. She loves the blue and white, and she's just so ready. Okay, I don't need to fold this over because I've already got a fold over here. And I've already finished the page, so I'm not going to have to change this one. So what I'm going to do, this is the nice thing about these little corner protectors. You just can cut it in half. And I am actually going to blue this one up just a little because I cut some of the blue off. You don't have to ink these because they are so pretty all alone. But anyway, I did ink that one. Just my preference. And I'm going to put my corner protector back over the top, and this particular protector is just for aesthetics. It's not got anything to do with any additional protection. Of course, every layer helps, but I just did not like the pocket being above the corner, and you might, if you like it above it, that is fine. There again, you're the artist of your own books, and you can decide what you like, and I might do it this way, and I like that. I'm not going to do it on every page, but I kind of like that pocket having that extra one on it. That's, again, just me. Not necessary. Don't have to do it. but I just kind of liked that pocket having the corner tabs. That's just something I liked. Okay, now let's see, where are we on our tag? We need to put a ribbon in our tag. And what do we have for just a small, I don't want anything that's going to take away from it. That's a little too light blue. I don't think we really have any of this color. Well, that color kind of blends. This one might be getting too blue. I think I like this one the best. I wish I had some narrow. Oh, yeah, that's the one I like. I'm not going to do a big bow on this one because we don't want to keep satining up our book. So I'm just going to clip a piece off. And I'm going to work it through. And I am just going to tie where my strings or my flag ends just kind of stay up. Like this. So we're going to let it stand up. Of course, not that tall. And this is a shiny side and a dull side of my ribbon. So once I start getting it underneath, I kind of twist it up so that both my shinies are up. And before I pull really, really tight, I adjust because I want this at the top as much as possible. And then I come in with my glue underneath right there where I'm getting ready to tighten it. That way I don't ever have to worry about this coming unraveled. I twist it again so that the glue will hold it in place. Simple, simple, simple. And don't tie a knot, because if you tie a knot, you're getting more bulk. And bulk is what we're trying, at this point in the book, we're trying to do away with as much possible bulk as we can. All right, so now this is going to stick way up above, and I don't want that either. So I'm going to come in and just cut it just a tiny bit off, about the same on both sides. And that's all I'm going to do to that particular one. Tighten it a little more. And as you're going along, you can just keep pulling and stretching, and I'm sorry, I'm going off, but that's how I do that. And this little baby is going right down in this pocket, and that is that page done. That does stick a bit above the book more than I want, so guys, I'm going to remedy it. I don't like it much above that, so I'll remedy. And this is something you'll find yourself doing a lot. Again, aesthetics, the way things look for the artist's eye is important, because you can rest assured if your eye is not liking what it's seeing, somebody else's eye is not going to like it either. And yet that is not what you want. You want when people look at something for everybody to like what they see. Of course, you can't please everybody, I know, but we're just going to cut a little bit of this tag off. Okay, and I'm going to save that piece because I'm making use of it. I know you think I'm crazy, but honestly, you may can. So now that we've cut that off, I can't find my inker. Oh, throw it way over there. I got to learn to stay a little more organized. I say that every time, and I haven't, so it's not likely you're going to teach this old dog too many new tricks, because I just can't seem to keep myself working like I should. I can't get used to videos yet. I guess that's the word I'm trying to say. I can't get used to doing my crafts on videos, because I noticed over the weekend when I sat here and just worked, I didn't have the struggles that I have on the video. So I'll get used to it after a while. Okay, now we've cut it down. Really hasn't hurt the tag. Let's see what we ended up with now. Oh, yes. See, to me, it just looks more balanced, a lot better, and it's not poking up above that book so bad. So that looks good. Okay, so we got that one done, and we're at 29 minutes on the video, and I do try to keep my videos within the hour, because I know all of you guys have things to do. Okay, so that's that one. And on pages like this, these are writing pages, things to write with. You can or you don't have to do something. This one, there's not a lot of writing space. I would like to do a little something to this page, so let's experiment, guys, while we're sitting here. I'm not going to do anything, I don't think, yet to this one. But this one I may do a little something. Don't want the tiny pocket, and I don't know if I'm not about out of pockets. There we go. Okay, let's see about adding a simple pocket to this one. And as you see, guys, that's really what we're doing here is we're just adding simple pockets right now. And I've got to get my scoreboard. So give me just a second. At least this one is small enough I can get up out of my chair and move around a little bit, and you guys can still hear me. But I got to have my scoreboard. I've told y'all a million times that this is something I just have to rely on. And my beautiful chopstick is my scoring tool. I love it. I don't remember. I guess I found it in some yard sale stuff, but I just fell in love with this for my scoring tool. So this is my scoring tool. And again, it never fails. I get on here. I'm on my husband's side of the motor yard. So guys, please excuse the lawnmower in the background, but he does like to keep the shop yard looking nice for customers. He is meticulous about our yard. And he's getting meticulous about the house. His daughter helps him with most of the housework. I don't have to do any laundry. My husband does all my laundry. I mean, he's just so fast, I can't even get time to go do the laundry. He does it all. And then this weekend, oh my goodness, he surprised me by cleaning up the kitchen late Saturday afternoon. I'm not feeling well. I haven't told any of you guys, but I fell and I really hurt my internal self really bad. I'm having I have to have surgery tomorrow. Again, well, minor surgery. It's nothing major. But one of my organs dropped and they're trying to push it back up in place. I know it sounds terrible, doesn't it? But anyway, he's been trying to help me, but we were planning a surprise birthday party for him yesterday. And so we had planned, my daughter and I had planned on hot dogs, hamburgers on the grill because I have 6 grandchildren out of one family, and then her children, she has 3, and one of her daughters has 1 child. I mean, we just have a lot of kids. So we decided hamburger and hot dogs because that's what the kids would have rather had. Oh my goodness, my husband got up yesterday morning at 6 o'clock, Sunday morning it was, and he started cooking, and he cooked this great big pork roast. He cooked fresh string beans out of our garden, fresh squash out of our garden. I don't know what all that man cooked. I was cringing, thinking, oh my goodness, now here we have all these people getting ready to come for this surprise party at 2 o'clock, and you've got this big meal that you expect me and you to eat. But I didn't say a word. It was hard, but I didn't say a word because I did not want to spoil his birthday party. Because my husband was 70 years old. Excuse me, no. He was 69 years old yesterday. This was his last of the 69. He'll be 70 this coming year. My daughter and I have really worked hard to keep it surprised because my husband come from a family that they just weren't real wealthy, and he said he doesn't remember ever having a birthday party. He told me this months and months ago that he don't remember ever getting a birthday party as a child. It broke my heart. I mean, you know, that somebody never had a birthday party, so we done made up our mind. And all his adult life, I mean, we've been married 50-some years, and I'm thinking, why haven't I given him a birthday party? We've been together 50-some years, not married. We've been married, I think, 48 or 49 this year, but we dated 4 or 5 years before we got married. But anyway, I thought, you know, all this time I've never given him a birthday party either, and I felt really bad. And told my daughter what he said. She said, Mom, let's give him a party. So we did. We did, but he had cooked that big meal, and I was like, just totally devastated over it. And my daughter said, Mom, don't do that. Just put plates out, and if anybody wants part of the meal when they get here, can. So I have a daughter-in-law from South Carolina, and she's used to country cooking. And she works 14-hour days, and so she doesn't get a really good meal. And my son, bless his heart, he's keeping the 6 kids this summer. He doesn't work right now because he's keeping the kids for the summer. They have 6 between the 2 of them. They have 6 kids at the house. And he doesn't do a lot of cooking, so Sam doesn't get many home-cooked meals. So when she walked in, I told her, I said, well, you got an option. You can either eat the hamburger or hot dogs, or you can grab some of Daddy's meal. Well, naturally, she went for the pork roast, and she made her, instead of a hamburger, she made her a beautiful pork sandwich in a bun. And I'm telling you, that was a big hit. So the party turned out really well. And I'm sorry, I'm just jabbering. As you see, I've got this down, and a couple of my smaller tags look like they're going to fit. I don't like that one because I do kind of like that, but I don't like the flower print. So I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go with this pretty window tag here inside this one. So this is going to be our writing spot. I'm going to try to put a piece on the back. This one's cute and it fits well, but it's not tall enough, and I don't think any of my narrow cards are tall enough to make me happy. So we're going to, oh gosh, that is so cute there too. Okay, let me look at it one more time with just the tiny card in it versus the larger tag. And I'm thinking, guys, because I don't want to lose that heart background. That's a whole lot of what makes that. This doesn't take from it that much. And then if you put this little card in, I don't think that takes from it. So I think we're going to go with a little card. And I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot more to this card. I think I like the, I just think I'm going to leave it square on this particular one. Everything doesn't have to have a round corner. So I think I am going to leave this one square. And we're just going to pop that in that pocket right there. Okay, and my husband is getting really close to here with that lawnmower again. And so I'm going to cut the video off for a few minutes and decide, we're going to do something else for the last 30-some minutes. So if y'all just give me a little minute here, I'll take a little break while he's mowing right up close to the shop, and I'll be right back. I promise. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm not sure how much closer he's going to get to the shop here, but we're going to go on. Maybe the lawnmower won't bother me too bad. I will take the video when I'm editing. I think on our next one, we're going to do something on this page here. And what I have in mind is I have these bags that I get things in from people that I order from. And I think I'm going to actually do a little pocket flip out. Right here. I think I'm going to make it where it flips out like this. So we'll be decorating the center here. This will actually attach to the page so that you can do the flip out. And then we'll actually put something here to cover this part up. And we'll cover most of the bag here with something. Might even put another little pocket there. I'm about out of pre-cut pockets, I think. No, so we have to do something a little different. But anyway, we're going to work on that. I had to trim off a little bit of it because there was a bad spot on it. And the pocket is probably going to open here this way. But the thing I want to do is I want to make a really kind of unique window here. So I am going to actually am going to trim off, since this is going to be the cut top part. I'll explain as I do. I'm going to go ahead and trim off just a little bit of this right here. I hope I've got it straight. Well, you know what you do. You put it right there, make sure it's straight, and then you trim. Easy peasy, right? Not always. With just a little sliver coming off that top, so that's going to open my bag up completely because I'd already cut that. So we're going to open it like this for now to work with. This is the front right here. And this right here line where it's folded, we're not going to do anything to it. It's going to have to go right in that center. I have to set the book up because unfortunately, again, I have very little workspace. And this is something I've never done. I've got this idea of taking this puzzle piece, and that's what I want to make my window shape like. Don't know if I can do it, guys, but we're going to give it a try. It's going to be some intricate cutting if we're able to do it. But I'm going to give it a try because I just, for some reason, want a cute little shaped window. And that's where trying to do things comes in. I got to give myself a little bit, about the same amount of space on each side and top and bottom. And I'm going to just lightly, with my pencil, draw the outline of this puzzle piece. I even like to take these puzzle pieces and make them as the small ones, not this great big one. This one's too big. Make it as a dingle-dangle, but we're going to see how it works out as a window. We're going to make a cellophane window here, I think, I hope. Okay, so I can slice from in here and hopefully do my cutting. So guys, bear with me, because I cannot do, like I say, I've never done this, so I'm not sure that I can pull this off, especially right here on video. But you know what? We're going to at least give it a try. So the bag is a lot thinner than I'm used to, so that's also a little issue. But let's see if we can do it. Bear with me as I cut, guys. I know you don't love watching people cut on videos, which personally I don't mind, but I've just seen a lot of comments on other people's video where they really did like to sit and watch you cut. But as you see again, I'm having to manipulate the paper on these intricate curves. So my hands are all in the way. You just have to bear with me. But this is, again, this is fussy cutting. And this is what it takes. You've got to turn the paper with a shape in order to get a good cut. Especially around curves. Get a much better curve cut if you turn the paper. Now, it's a puzzle piece, so it don't have to be perfect. And whatever lines are left, you know, guys, you know, we can't erase those out. All right, come on now. We've got this last curve, and that's a dilly here because the paper is so thin. All right, we got it cut out, guys. Isn't that cute? All right, so just right now, I'm just going to come in while it's on my mind and just erase, just in case there's any pencil markings still left on the front. You don't want them to show up later and upset us. Okay, so there, I think we've got that done. Now, our next step is for me to find one of my baggies. And I got one somewhere. I got one right here. There's one. Okay. Like I say, guys, I have thousands of these, so don't panic that I'm cutting my cute silver bags, because I'll never use all these bags. And I prefer to have the cellophane anyway, because it is nice, thick cellophane. Makes beautiful windows. Okay, so got that for another window. And all we really need is just enough to cover that. So I wish I had a magic marker. Do I have one over here? It'll work, I hope. Okay, I want to cut this one right about there. And I want to cut that one right about there. Just get really good coverage in here. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Again, this is going on the inside. Nobody but me and you at this point are going to ever see it again after this. Nobody's going to see it. The back part anyway. Okay, there's enough left of that for another window of some sort. I had to look up to make sure this thing was recording. Sometimes I'll cut it off of pause and it doesn't start recording again. And I forgot to look a while ago, but it looks like the timer's moving, so I'm hoping it's recording. Okay, so we've got that. Now, let's get our cellophane in place on the inside of this baggie. So far, I hope I haven't goofed. All right, now, gluing cellophane. We've gone over it before. I told you that I'm really meticulous about this too. I glue a right good distance away from this inside. Reason being is I do not want to get this glue on my cellophane. It clouds it up. And I'm sorry, it's hard to wipe it off once it gets on it. It's just hard to do. So the way I do this, that's bothering me even though it shouldn't because it's not going to be seen, but I'm going to clip them two corners where the ink was off. Alright, so you lay your cellophane on like this. Don't press, don't do anything big yet. Take whatever it is that you smooth out with and go from the inside of the cellophane back out. So what you're doing is you're pulling the glue out this way, not inward. Very important when working with cellophane, guys. And I just done the first goof up that you should never do. I just put a smoother back down that had glue on it. So now guess what? I just did what I did not absolutely want to do. Give me just a second. We're going to try to wipe that off before it dries. All right. Hopefully we got that right. Oh, I'm sorry I did that. But anyway, pull away. I did it again. All right. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. You should have a wipey close by and wipe that glue off every time before you do it. But we got most of it off before it dries. And the back side's easy to do. It's the other side that's hard to do. Okay, now, we're not getting a good, we don't have a good glue trim here, all these little pieces. I'm going to hold my breath and try. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to do it this way, and then I'm going to smooth it with my fingers and try to go ahead and get most of the excess off before I put it down. Okay? Because, you know, this is not going to work if you don't get these flaps down. Okay. I got a little bit on the cellophane, so I'm going to try to buff it off again. Yes, I'm taking my shirt out. That's why I wear old clothes when I craft. All right. A little bit there. Yeah, this is me just being me. But I want all these edges down. And at the same time, again, I don't want glue on my cellophane window. Oh, that looks nice. I cannot believe I cut that puzzle piece out. Oh, that's looking so cute. Oh, goodness, can you imagine all the different shaped windows we can have? Oh, my goodness, this is so cute. Now, while we've got it open, we are going to go in and put a pretty decorative, all right, let's try to make sure my glue is not all over my window. Go back and just kind of make sure, kind of buff it out a little. Okay, that looks good, guys. And then I'm rubbing here because I got a little bit of wet glue there, and I don't want it to stick down when we're fixing. Okay, now we don't want. Okay, this is. No, I'm trying to see which is my top. I guess this is my top. This is my fold over piece here, right? This is my top. So we're going to want to take this piece right here, as you see the lines. That was the original bag fold, so ignore that. And we're going to put a decorative piece there. Now, I don't want it to, really, I think what I might do is see if I got any more of this already printed. And if not, I've got this, which there's nothing wrong with that either. The colors are the same. And you've already got the right size. Oh, I don't like the look though. Okay. I think we got to have something with a little bit of the lacy pattern or something to kind of take away from all that bright color. Now this one would work, I think. Okay. just so we don't have that. Yeah, that's not too bad. I like kind of like that. Wish I had one that was teal. And then I've got the darker one. Let me look at that one and see how I like that one against that. No, color doesn't blend. Got white. And that's the one I like. Okay, let's see. Let's get the more intricate lace. There we go. Okay, so that's what I'm going with on that back side over there. So I just need to cut it. It doesn't have to be real big, just enough to cover the back of that. So we want to make sure we're outside of that line, outside that line. Doesn't have to be straight, guys, because again, this is going to get on the inside and you're not going to see it. So you don't have to be real meticulous about your cutting of that. And of course, you got to be meticulous enough that you don't cut it where it shows on the cut, but because you don't know how deep the puzzle pieces might go at times. So let's cut it here. Lay that aside. And let's cut this one here. And lay that aside. Lay that aside here. Okay. Let's get that glued down to the inside. This is actually going to help firm it up because, like I said, this bag was a lot thinner paper than I am used to working with. It's almost, it's not tissue, but it's not much different. It's not much more higher grade than a tissue paper. So just lay that in like that. And of course, I want to smooth it. I want it to weld together really well. All right, so when you look at that, there's what you're going to see before you put your card or whatever you're going to put in there. And I'm going to do a card, so let's see what we're going to use. That one's got a pretty look, but it's not sticking up above it enough. I don't think this one is wide enough. It's not. It's got to be a little wider tag than that. Maybe this one. You lose too much of the pattern. This one's just flower, so there's nothing wrong with that one. So even though, okay, so let's take a gander at how well this is all going to fit together. Okay, you got that tag, the pretty flower design showing on the inside, and we're going to put the flip out here. About here. So I really want to cut some of this tag off. And matter of fact, I really don't think I want it to be a tag. I think I want to turn this particular tag into just simply a card. All right. And we don't want it sticking way, way up. So I think I'm going to put it in here and kind of measure because it won't go all the way. Well, it might slide all the way down. It might. Okay, so let's take a look at how much we want. Let's cut off just at where the flower design on the inside ends. So that's where I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to do it, guys. I really am. I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut the tag off. All right, let's go. Hey, I can always make another one. Cut that card off. Okay, well, I'm going to save that little bit, though. That'll make a nice little tuck spot sometime or other. Okay. All right, so now let's finish this up. We definitely do not want this side here open anymore. I do have a little bit of cellophane sticking out right there, so I'm going to come in and try to trim it without hitting this bag. Looks like the first nip almost hit the bag. Matter of fact, let's do it this way. Let's pull it up here. Get it away from the bag, period. Give me just a second, guys. Getting a little tickle in my throat. I take a little swallow of my juice this morning. Okay, so we need to glue this side here back down, because we're going to open at the top. Yeah, so this has got to get glued back down. Sorry, the lawnmower's come back and making noise again. I apologize. I think I'm going to have a little talk with my maintenance man here. And tell him he needs to start checking with me before he runs mowing. No, that's not going to work, because he has to do what he has to do, I guess, when he's got time to do it. Okay, let's wheel this down really good with my little blade here. Okay. Double check again. Make sure we didn't mess up. I love that flower in there. That is so pretty from behind there. Now, I really want to do something on this edge here of this, but I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I want to do something. If it's nothing but, you know what? I should have done it before I done it, but we might could ink that. Let's see. Let's just get a little edge in here. Yeah, there we go. Just a little. Don't have to do a lot. And then I can wipe off the I'll wipe the cellophane back off in just a second. A little bit of edging there. Yeah. And I'm going to wipe the cellophane back off. And double check, make sure everything's looking right. Gosh, I really like this window. That is the cutest window to me. Alright, so that's that. Now, let's figure out what it's going to do in how we're going to do it in our book. Alright, we're going to put this here, and we're going to glue this flat down. And I want a lot of strength, so I'm going to leave all this. I will probably cut just a little bit of it off, because I don't like that sticker. I don't need that sticker on there, and that color might just come through on something. So let's just, we don't need all that. So we're just going to cut off some of it. I'm going to cut it right there. And then this is going to get covered up anyway, so it's not, you know, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be too meticulous with it. Okay. Now, this is going to get glued down to the book here. So I do want to go ahead and glue this in. There's no reason for all this to be open like this. Just a little bit of glue on the inside of that. Go ahead and get that stuck back together. And not that that's going to matter again. Some of this is going to get covered, but just in case we don't cover the whole thing, go ahead and glue that little piece back down. Okay. And that little piece. Just don't want anything that's going to cause a snag. Okay. Now, into the book we're going to go. Let's decide. There's a page. And there's the stitching. We've got, if we turn it now, we got plenty of space. Oh, that did curl it, so let's make sure again. You do not want this to curl when we shut the book. All right, we're going to strengthen that somehow. And I just got an idea. We're going to strengthen that definitely. All right. We're going to get the glue on our tag part here, or our glue down part, or our flip part, whatever you want to call this. This is the attachment, the page attachment. That's what that flap is for. Again, oh gosh, I got glue up there. I did not mean to do that. Oh. All right. Now I've done it. I put it in the wrong place, I think. Gotta go back and look at this again. I don't want it sticking too much above the page. Come on, quickly, go in there. You need to quickly get in. No, you don't want to go in, huh? You're going to have to stabilize that right now. Oh, that works great. Okay, I'm going to pull this back up for a second. Just let it sit. It's not hurting anything. I've got to stabilize because, again, because this paper is so narrow, we got to strengthen these edges right here. I got that edge straightened. I got to strengthen that front edge a little bit. So we're going to take this piece that we cut off, and we're actually going to open this up, back up right there, and we're going to stick that in and glue that. Stick it in as far as we can. Yeah, we can go all the way with that. It's not going to hurt anything. So, and the reason being, I just have a hard time putting that tag in. So we're going to make sure this is good and strong on that edge. That's one thing about pockets. You do have to make sure on the edges that your card or your tag is going to go into, slide in and out of, that you've got it good and strong. Because that's what happens. It snags on it, and the next thing you know, you are in trouble because you've got a snagged card and you can't get it in, and it messes up your pocket. And I just made a wrinkle. Now that we don't want. And this very glue, I'm telling you, it pops in and it grabs. There we go. I can't see it for looking right at it, guys. Goodness. Okay. Press it down, press it down, press it down. We've got to have some strength right here on that edge. We did. And I've still not got it. I didn't put that piece up as far as I should have. So I am going to cut off another strip. It don't have to be much, but I'm going to cut off one more little strip to strengthen this other side just a little more. I want it to lay right up against it. And this is the thing. This is the things you run into when you're actually, you get all these ideas in your head, but then you get all these mechanics part that aren't working exactly how your head sees it. So you have to improvise. And so we are improvising here. We're going another little strip down here. And now I have actually got to let this dry. Again, this baggie is really thin, and I got to let it dry a minute. Okay. Okay, so I think that's good. And unfortunately, for me, I didn't think that was showing through, and it slid down a little bit, but that's okay. I think we'll fix it. All right, where's my card again? This one here is the one we're working with. Yeah, and you can really see it with this one. So we're going to have to put something else there. I don't know what it'll be, but it will probably be, I will probably come in with some kind of a little flower. Yep. A little flower trim across the top there. Just something cute. But there again, I have to make sure that with what I'm going to plan on putting in my pocket, we don't get a clash, and we don't want to go above that. But we can go into that, and that's really not exactly the colors that I would want. But that one looks good to me because it's the same type of flower. Oh, it's not. Well, that's not what that is. That one and that one's exactly the same. And these are a little different, but the colors look well with it. That's the one I'm going with. I like the way that turned out. Okay, I got a little flaw on here that needs to be coming out. I didn't trim out. We're going to go here with this. To decorate that front a little. And that's just, again, I had a happy little accident. So I'm having to cover it up. And y'all might not can see it, but this liner I put in poking just a tiny bit out. So we're actually going to do that. Took a little bit away from the puzzle design, but still not much. You still can see that most of the puzzle design. I'm going to go with that. And then I think I'm going to, on the front of this, possibly put another one, because I have that one and this one matches also. And I don't want to get it right in the thing, so I may put it where it's not, yeah, on the pocket front. We're going to go with this. Okay. On this edge here, we'll do one. And we won't put it on the puzzle, and then that decorates the front. Okay, that does what we have to do. Of course, I got to go find a butterfly or two. And I don't want it, I do want this, so we've got to do that. So let's go right here. Don't cover up the puzzle piece, that's the thing. Some of it can hang over the edge, and then we're going to, you know, it can even hang over the edge. It could, but I don't think I like it because it's white, because you're going to flip it open. No, we don't want that. All right, let's pull the card back out. Put that there like that. Turn this over, and we're going to trim off the excess. Okay. All right, guys. Now let's go back and try to glue this pocket back down. Make sure you go find your top before you go. Sorry about that, but again, one of Bob Ross would say, happy little accident, and we just fixed it. We had one problem, we thought we resolved it, and we created another problem, but we did resolve it. So, no issue at all, and onward we go, and we are into an hour. So this is going to be our last piece for this particular page. And we're going to go do, I'll do some more stuff off scene, and then we'll go over it. Okay, you see where my thumb just caught that? I got to press that down. That's the thing about fussy cutting pieces. You got to make sure you've got them glued, because they have all those little intricate points and things. All right, so now we got this pocket down here. And what I'm going to do off video, guys, because it's a real simple task, you can do it. Now you can either come in here and make another little, like a little side tuck, just a little piece trimmed on top of that by using another one of your cards or something, and you know, that's small. You can make your little side tuck if you want, or you can just actually, if you've got a pretty card or something that you like that's about the size, you can actually come in and put that in. But I really want mine to fit the whole length, so this card's not going to do it. I may have to make one specifically for it. But I'm going to come in and I'm actually just going to put something here that's a journaling spot. I may even go in and find my blue lined paper and just actually do me a piece of journaling paper to go in there that's going to cover it. So that may be another one of those spots where you open it up and you've got a journaling spot inside. And then whoever buys the book can journal here, and they can even put a photo here about what they're writing about, whatever. There's a lot of ideas you can do. And I have got to go now. I've misplaced the one that we were going to put there, but it's in this pile. I need to put a liner on the back of that card we were just using in here. Goodness gracious, where did I just stick it? That's what happens when you get too many cards and things on your desk. But it's a large one. It shouldn't be hard to find. There it is. See, I don't have the back done, so because it was a tag originally. So I'm going to line the back of that while we're off video. I'm going to come back and I'll show you that. I'm probably going to do decorative corners on this. Really cute. We're going to leave this where it can be a journaling spot, but this will slide into, get out of the way, glue. This can slide in here, and as you see, it slides better now that we've secured that top. That's popped up again, or this time, so you will watch for those things, and when you're offline yourself, if you're making yours, if you're following along, but go ahead and finish up your card so that it'll go into your pocket, decorate it however you're going to do. Again, I'm going to put a card here and some kind of some kind of background here. I will actually cover up all the polka dot. You won't see that part. You're only going to see the polka dot on this side. So guys, this is NanaKaye. I'm going to sign off for right now, and we will again come back in a little while, maybe later this afternoon and maybe 5 minutes from now. Depends on what I decide to do on the next video. But we're going to cut this video off. We're going to get it all up so those guys that aren't following me live can see this. So here we go. It's been nice seeing you again. I hope you all had a great weekend. We had a beautiful weekend. It was hot and muggy, but we had a few little just sprinkles so it cooled down a couple of times. So look for the next video. Bye-bye.